Hello everybody and welcome to the family workout with me, Stefan. I hope you are well and ready to follow along with me at home. Now if you haven't seen the family workout before today, it is a fun high energy workout designed for everyone in the family to take part in. We want everyone to be able to work at their own level, so if there are any exercises today that you think are a little bit challenging, a little bit too demanding, then you can put in your own exercises of course. You can squat on the spot, you can go with some jumping jacks, you can move your arms around, you can take a pause if you need to. The idea is that everyone works at a level that is right for them, but most of all that you have fun and enjoy the workout with us. So the workout today is going to go like this. We've got 4 minutes for our warm-up and 4 minutes for our cool-down. In the middle is the workout itself, and the workout is broken down into 3 rounds. Each round comprises 3 1-minute working intervals, and we've got 30-second recovery between each of those minutes. Now the first minute of each round is going to be split into 3 20-second exercises, and then the next 2 rounds, the next 2 minutes I should say, are going to be split into 2 30-second exercises per minute. Alright, if you're ready to follow along, I am ready to get this workout underway, so we will start the timer. And there it is, and we're into our warm-up. So from here we're going to start with our rainbow move with our arms sweeping up and over, turning the hips, turning the feet. So we're facing from side to side. You're going to be moving through left to right. Now make sure you've got room to move in all of these exercises. Don't want to be knocking anything over or pushing anyone else around if you've got other people in the room working out with you. If you're working out with your family, up and over still, big movements, getting the whole body warmed up. We're going to change now, we're going to do a similar move, but this time rotating with those hands across out in front of you. Now if you have the room to bring your arms out, then by all means do, but if you need to bring those hands in close, then go ahead and just bring your arms in close to you like so. Again, the back foot is coming up and around onto the ball of the toe, turning the hips through it. Perfect. From here, we're going to go into a ski jumper move. We do this one a lot with our workouts. Squatting down essentially just as low as is comfortable for you. Arms down and then up overhead. You're going to turn so you can see from the side. Hands down and then hands high up overhead. Breathing out on the way up. Breathing in on the way down, getting the whole body, ankles, knees, hips, the whole body, shoulders as well, all warmed up and ready for the workout to come. All right, from here what we're going to do, we're going to step forward and then come back. Just a small step, only as low as is comfortable for you. Hands can go out for balance or hands on the hips as you prefer. That's it. So alternating a lunge from left to right. One more on each side. That's it, perfect. And what we're going to do with this one is widen the stance. I'm going to sit the hips to one side, get a little bit of a stretch on that straight leg, up and over to the other side. Just as low as is comfortable, a little bit of a stretch, but we're keeping the body moving through these 2 positions. That's it, up and over. We're going to go one more on each side. That's it, one. A little bit of bouncing move again, just as much of a stretch as is comfortable for you. Standing tall, we're going to go with opening the gate all on the one side to start with. That's 3, we'll go for 3 more. It's okay to take that step. All right, so a little bit of balance, but we're opening up that hip, but also a little bit of work on the standing leg, both for balance and a little bit of work waking up the hip, waking up the glutes, the knee. That's it. Good. 2 more. Excellent. Last one. All right, from here, we're going to walk out onto the hands, hands down to the floor, and then walking out, widen the feet, and we're going to go into a T rotation that is up and around. So you're looking past the hand, past the fingers to the ceiling. Now the feet can be wider if you need them to be. 1 more, and then back. Nice work. All right, from here we're going to walk those hands back to the toes. From here, just under a minute, we're going to get a little bit of pulse racing going on, a little bit of warmth in the body, build up the breathing rate, build up the heart rate as well. So we're just going onto a light jog, moving the arms. You can shake the arms out. You can go into a little bit of a jumping jack, low jumping jack. Just again, readying the breathing and the heart for that high level exercise we're going to get into in just a moment. All right, 20 seconds. So the first minute of each round is going to be 3 20-second exercises. It's going to be squats to start. Okay, weight into those heels and then reverse lunge, alternating. This is 20 seconds for each of these. And then from there, we're going into side squats. Again, keeping both knees bending, not straight leg, but rather a small step. And here we go from here with squats, weight into those heels. Now, I like to move the hands around as we go through these, drop, and then pushing the ground away almost as we stand. 20 seconds, 5 more, and then it's reverse lunges. That's it, one more, and step back. Now, the lead leg is the one that's doing the work. Nice and steady, nice and stable. Okay, you can go at a pace that is right for you. That's it. Breathing out on the way up. And we're going to change it now to side squats. Step out, drop, and push back up. Now, you can slow it down if you want to, if you need to, or you can crank the speed a little bit with this. Drop a nice stable foot with each step. Get those heels to the floor. And whoo, we get 30-second recovery now. And we're going to go into our second minute of work. Opening the window. We've got jumping jacks and mountain climbers. All right, and this minute, our second minute, is going to be the same for each round. So jumping jacks, did those a little bit in our warm-up, and then we've got mountain climbers, and then it's going to be hands on the floor and fast with those feet. All about getting that heart rate up with these two. 60 seconds. Anytime you need a pause, just go ahead and take a pause. Early on in the workout, we should be good. But like I say, if you need to slow the pace or even take a complete stop, that's fine. Mums and dads may be looking at you. All right, but if we can, let's keep it going. 3, 2, this is a tough one. Mountain climbers, hands on the floor, 1 foot back, and then keeping those shoulders level above the hands, right above the hands. Body might want to shift back, but we're going to keep forward if we can. Not too high with those hips in the air as well. Just as low to the ground as you can. Less than 10 seconds to go. And 2, 1. Whew, there we have it. That is our second minute done. We have 1 more to go. So, standing side crunches, lifting that knee up and driving that elbow down, crunching, getting the sides of the body working. Reverse crunch. That is going to be with the mat. Hands on the floor, cross the feet and lift, lift, and lift to work those stomach muscles. All right, standing crunches, and here we go. Really side bend and crunch down, fingertips to temples, and you're getting a little bit of momentum going as we switch from one foot to the other foot. Really feel crunch, crunch like you're squeezing, popping a balloon between the knee and the elbow. 2, 1, down to the mat. There it is, hands on the floor, and then cross those feet, hook those feet. Try not to use too much momentum. Don't swing the legs too much. Really use those stomach muscles to squeeze. Squeeze on the way up. Draw your navel, your belly button down to the floor. Head on the floor as well. Hands pushing or just flat to the floor as you need them to be. Whew. All right, nice work. That is round 1 done, minute 3 of round 1 done and dusted. Grab a little bit of a drink, a little sip of water. Okay, little sips, and we're going to get into our second round. So we've got plank side steps. This is 20 seconds of each. Wide feet, narrow hands. Step, 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 step. 20 seconds. From there it's T-rotation. We did these in our warm-up. Still got 15 seconds. Okay, so T-rotation, and then it's down dog to toe tap. Pushing up. Now you can widen those feet and reach from there if you need to. All right, here we go. Plank step outs, wide feet. 1, 1, that's it. Stepping, both hands out to the side, and then back in to that midline. Now, if you need to go from the knees, you can, or if you need to pause, you can. Okay, from here it's T rotation. Arm reaching up, a nice big sweep, slow on the way down, up on the toes. Again, working that core, belly button, pulling in toward the spine, strong, turning the hips just a little bit. We've got one more to go this side. And then from here, push those hips up and tap the fingertips just to the toes. Come forward, level to the ground. That's it, don't drop those hips too low down towards the floor. Working with this one until we hear that buzzer go. Reach those fingertips. Whew. All right, a lot of core, a lot of shoulders, building strength in the upper body with those three. We've got jumping jacks and mountain climbers. Again, if you remember this minute 2, it's the same 2 exercises for all 3. So jumping jacks, and then we've got mountain climbers. Okay, nice and fast with the feet. Little sips of water. Give yourself a fan with a pillow if you need to. And here we go, jumping jacks. Now, the more you bring those arms up and chop them down, the more you're going to feel the muscles in the upper body, the shoulders working. Really drive up and down. Again, make sure you've got room to move those arms around. Shoulders working along with the heart and the lungs as well. Okay, it's time to change. Now, hands to the floor. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. And you're going to keep those feet in motion. If you need to stop, by all means do. But if you can keep those feet in motion, we've got 15 seconds left. Okay, knees low to the ground. Keep that core strong. Shoulders directly above the hands. And there we have it. Woo. Minute 2 of round 2. Okay, so we have now bicycle crunch and scorpion climbers. Okay, bicycle crunch. We're going to lie down. Okay, one leg is out and the opposite knee and elbow are going to meet. Scorpion climbers, mountain climbers, but you bring that knee across, and that one is a slow one to get those abdominals working. Not fast like we did our mountain climbers just now, but slow, just like this. Whew. Working the stomach, working the core. Again, need to pause, feet to the floor. Keep that breathing going. Fingers to temples and twist. Keep those shoulders off the floor just a little bit. And it's time to switch. So, hands on the floor, underneath the body, and knee goes and twist. Twist across. Keep up on those toes. Don't let that body drop or shift too high. 10 seconds. Twist and crunch. Again, as if you're trying to bring your knee to your elbow on the opposite side. And that is our last one of minute 2. Yes, it is. Sorry. Minute 3 of round 2. So we have a little bit longer recovery right now before we go into our third and final minutes. Pop that out of the way. Okay. We've got high knee punches. Again, it's 3 20-second exercises to start. We've got high knee punches. We've then got chop, chop, ninja. Planting the feet firm and twist to get the core and get the shoulders. And then we've got uppercuts. And we're going to go just as many as we can. Tighten the fists, twist the body, getting the core, getting the shoulders working. High knee punches. So it's heart rate, shoulders, whole body. So we've got 10 seconds to go. Knees up, arms out, at full length. 3, 2, chop chop ninja. Both arms up, and your chopping down that hand like a karate chop into a brick, a solid brick or a plank of wood, chopping it into 5 seconds more. Here we go, uppercuts. Okay, driving one arm after the other, up. That's it. Works the arms, works the body, works the midsection, and definitely gets that fitness up. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, give yourself a high five if you've gone through this workout so far, putting everything you've got into each of these exercises. Just 2 minutes left to go. We have jumping jacks and then mountain climbers. Once again, those same two exercises for minute 2 of each round. Just under 10 seconds. Okay, little sips of water if you're taking on any fluids. Okay, jumping jacks. Here we go. Let's work at pace. Fast. Now you can slow down if you need to, but trying to give everything for this last 2 minutes of the workout. Chopping down, chopping up. The faster you move, the more muscles, the more calories, and the fitter you get, the stronger you get. Okay, it is time now to change. Mountain climbers, there we go. Woo. Trying to keep that pace quite quick. Light on the toes, weight on those hands. As you get tired, those feet start to slow. Core engaged, keep that core strong. Less than 10 seconds to go. Knees low to the ground still. 2, 1, and there we have it. Woo! That was the second minute of round 3, which means we just have 1 more minute to go. It is core twists and plank. Core twist, hands together, and then chop and twist. Pull that navel in, working that core, and then a plank, which is going to be forearms, wrists and elbows, and we're holding that position. It's going to be tough after working the heart rate with this first one. Core twist, let's go. So, tight grip on those hands, chopping from side to side, bent knees, okay, hunker down, weight into those heels, and twist across. The faster you go from side to side with those hands, stopping and starting, the more you're going to feel those muscles work. Back up tall. 3, 2, 1, and it's plank to finish. Here we go. Pull that navel in and upwards. If you need to go from the knees, then that's fine. Again, anytime you need to pause, you can. All right, we've got less than 15 seconds to go. Don't let those hips drop or shift up too high. Trying to get level from shoulders to hips. Up on those toes or from the knees until that buzzer goes. Woo! And well done. If you made it through that workout, give yourself a pat on the back and high five yourself and everyone in the room if they've gone through it with you as well. What a great workout. We're going to get into our cool down, but for now, come up off the floor, keep your body moving, shaking the arms, walking around the room. Keep that breathing. Stop from letting yourself get a little bit lightheaded, a little bit dizzy. Okay, we're going to go hands on hips, feet apart, and we're going to go into our hip circles. Nice big movements with the hips. Having done the warm-up and the workout, we should be nice and warm, nice and fluid through all those muscles. You might find the body moves a little bit easier now, although you're a little bit more tired. Back in the other direction, if you haven't changed already. Get hands on hips. You can have a slight bend of the knees, not locked with this one, but slight bend of the knees as you go. From here, same position with the feet, one hand on top of the other. We're going to go up, behind, down in front, up, behind. Now you can let the hands come apart from one another, or you can keep those hands together. It is entirely up to you. Again, I'm letting that back foot come up on the ball of the toe, as I swing through to get the most out of that range of movement. Nice one for the shoulders, for the midsection, and the hips as well. All right, one more. Okay, from here, we're going to walk those hands down to the floor. And we're going to drop just gently those knees to the floor. Now keep the lower back only as low as is comfortable for you. Looking up, shoulders back. We're going to push those hips up. That's it. And what we're going to do from here is pedal one heel and then the other down to the floor. Okay, I'm going to change position so you can see, because we're going to drop back down into that low position. Knees on the floor, chest up, shoulders back. And then pushing those hips up, reposition the hands if needed, and then pedaling one heel and then the other, gently down, just as far as is comfortable to the floor. All right, from here, we're going to go into our groiner step. So with this one, we're going to take, in my case, the right foot forward, the right hand then goes up, looking up past that hand to the ceiling. The hand is going to come underneath the body and reach across. You're going to feel an extra stretch through the hip on that forward leg, reaching back up. Now keep that rear knee off of the floor if you're able to. That's it, stretching the chest and shoulder at the front as we go underneath one more. Again, we're going to feel that stretch through the hip. Really good one to keep the hip nice and mobile. Hand's going to come back to the floor and we're going to switch to the other side. So if my left foot is going forward, it's my left hand that's reaching up, pushing the floor with the hand that's on the ground, reaching up, looking past the hand, stretching again the chest and shoulders at the front. Underneath, as I can reach underneath, you can see my hand position. Again, that knee is off the floor. Back up towards the ceiling, pushing the floor away with that hand on the ground. One more time underneath to feel that hip stretch. Relax into it as much as you can, and then bring that hand back to the floor. From there, knees down, gonna sit my hips to the heels, and then walking those fingertips forwards to feel that stretch all the way down the side of the body, through the arms. Take a nice deep breath. Coming up into all fours, we're going to push the back up toward the ceiling for one last stretch. Toes in, we're going to come up onto those toes, walk back, and we're going to hold that stretch for the hamstrings and for the calves. And that is our workout done according to our timer. Slowly coming up, head and shoulders, the last to come up. I'm going to bring those shoulders around for a few circles to finish off. Give yourselves a round of applause, give yourself that high five. If you've put everything into each and every one of these exercises, you've just gone through a really tough workout. Now, I will see you guys again tomorrow for another fantastic family workout. Until then, take care.